Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another episode of Planetbase, brought to you by Madruga Works, now available on Steam. Link in the description below. I'm carefully monitoring here at the moment my drop frames as we load into this. It's kind of early. It's 4 p.m. Central Time, which means you folks in Europe hopefully are going to get on board and get to watch a show for the first time in a while. Alright, looks like things have stabilized with this fancy internet I've got here now. So let's kick on over here to the gameplay screen and look in. Guys, make sure to check in on the chat. Let us know where you are on planet Earth or beyond with your local airport code. And say hi. Alright, things look like they're up and running there. That's good, that's good, that's good. Alright, very good. So, what are we doing, A-Train? We've been playing some Planetbase here lately. Yeah, but I thought we had kind of lost a little direction. I mean, it was like, let's build on the simple plan, just build a base. Then I looked and saw there were some challenges I'd yet to try, and we're looking at Dark Moon. Okay, Planetbase Corp has now tasked you with colonizing a distant planet out of reach of all major trade routes. No atmosphere, short days, and long nights make it a real challenge. Objective: reach 300 colonists. So this is a big one. Okay, that's the one we're doing. It's Dark Moon. This is suicide level. All right, so what we're going to do is continue. Now, there may be a slight discrepancy in how the base appears compared to when we left off last night because we crashed the game. We broke the game. This little package of food over here in what was the laboratory, a bunch of Vitrameat had stacked up. So I was just going through and deleting it. Well, that broke the game. So we're going to leave that sucker there to finally wear itself out and disappear, go poof, goodbye. And then it will be good. All right. But I did go back because it kicked me back in time. I had to do a little rebuilding to get to where we were. We had built a bigger canteen. We built a cabin with 7 beds. We built another 30-person O2 generator and an airlock to serve this side of the base and construction out the new laboratory. So actually, where the game crashed, I had to go back and rebuild the lab, the new med bay, and all this stuff over here, and then get rid of this stuff over here. We've done that though, and so we're good to go in that regard. Now, we have tons of materials. Things are looking good. We got 25 people and 1 robot. All right. The threat assessment on this planet, the only 2 things we have threat assessment are meteors and hostile visitors. We'll have to deal with those eventually. Long nights, short days. So you can see now we've got 3 12.5 kilohertz or kilowatts storage collectors. And we're running now with 3 very large solar panels. When you land on this planet, to give you a quick update for those of you who may not have caught episode 1, you have 2 workers, 1 biologist, 1 engineer, 1 medic, 1 carrier bot. But you have quite a bit of supplies. The thing is to manage that to start with. You build a big solar panel and a big power collector to start with. This is actually the initial construction across here. We also built a medium water extractor, which is the biggest one you can build unless you get the patent, and you can't on this scenario because you get no trade, you get no visitors unless they come in a cruise ship. Okay, so but you build this guy and build this guy because it takes one of these to fill one of these up over the course of this short day. Then you can supplement that with a second power collector and a smaller panel, then go for a bigger panel as you start building up your resources. You want the mine. Notice we don't have a landing pad at the moment. That's a build and disassemble, and build and disassemble and build and disassemble deal. It creates storage when you don't have a storage place, a storage facility in your base. If you just build stuff, but the return on it is the same as what you invest in it. So, for example, in the canteen, this table requires 2 bioplastic to build. However, if we recycle it, we only get 1 back. That's a bad return. but we could build a plant and it's 1 for 1. In the med bay, we could build a bed, or in the dorm, we could build a bed. It's, you put 1 into it, you get 1 back out of it. Okay, that's the smart way to invest and to create storage where you may not otherwise have it. Well, what do you do with metal, A-Train? Well, we could always build the landing pad again, which gets metal out of the machines, because notice, see, there's 1 in there taking up a slot. But we've got 2 places for it to go. It can go here into the spare parts, or it could go here to the semiconductor foundry. Now, notice I've got 3 semiconductors. Well, where are they? I don't see them, A-Train. Ha ha ha! This is where we've outsmarted the game, which technically you could say is a cheat, but it's really not a cheat because there's floor space. They can just sit on the floor. So when your semiconductor facility or spare parts machine, notice now it's got 2 spare parts. So now we're done. Those are going to sit there until they're needed. So that would be just-in-time production. But A-Train, it shows you've got 4. That's correct. Watch. We're going to delete it. We're going to get the 1 metal back for the machine. We're going to get the 2 spare parts. Oh, what's that stack? There's a bunch of spare parts. What happens if I build another spare parts machine there? The metal gets built right back into the machine. The parts just sit there, and somebody will come get them when they need them. All right? So that's what you do. In theory, see, there's the 4th spare part right now getting used to service this power, or the solar panel. So we're cooking along. We're making we're using 61 watts or kilowatts or whatever. And we're bringing in 240. So these are filling up with juice pretty quick. All right. And the key here is we want to get this one juiced up, and we're going to. All right. So that's going to work well. And we're going to start storing up a couple of things. With this, we're actually going to start making guns. And I think we're also going to... No, we're going to keep just dinking around with that. All right. So what I want to do here, there's a couple things I want to do. I'm thinking we need storage, right? But we want to build the storage in a location where we can then look at building landing area off of it. So what I think we're going to try to do here is build a storage facility here-ish. And we'll make it the medium-sized one. I mean, you can get away with a small one. The problem is you've got nowhere to trade that stuff away, especially if you get a bunch of food. All right, notice I got a crap ton of food stockpiled. So that's really no good. I'm overproducing food. All right. In the machines, we've got salads. That's good. That's what your people want. They want higher quality food. You don't want basic. You want salads or pasta. We got lots of salads. All right. Yeah, so the basics are bad. There's tomatoes and there's peas. Now, if one of these gets removed and a different vegetable goes in, then the peas, the tomatoes, and that third vegetable will then get combined and form 3 salads. All right, that's how that works. Just like if you do like tomato and wheat or mushrooms and wheat, you'll get pasta, and people like that. All right, so a couple things we need to do. We need to create storage, and we're going to create a bigger, let's see here. How do I want to do this? Is this how I want to do this? I think this is how I want to do this. And then I want to create a bigger factory here. Okay. We'll get the storage done first. Now, that's going to take a bit of resources. Do we have any spare stuff laying around that we can get rid of? Not really. We're kind of built out right about now. As far as sleeping quarters go, we have sleeping for 8 here and 7 here. That's 15 of 25, so we're a little over half. Typically, I like to have half the beds based on the number of crew you have. That way, if you take a meteor hit, you don't lose, too many essential personnel. With the ore stacking up here, I think we're going to go ahead and look at building an additional ore processing deal. Now, let's look at our crew breakdown. We have 9 workers, 8 biologists, 4 engineers, 4 medics, no guards as yet. So we really need to bring up the number of engineers. And so, oh great, we got dudes hurt. We're gonna actually take that down. I think we're gonna plop in the landing pad again for the umpteenth time. I don't think it's gonna fit in this space. We're gonna have to put it right here, which I think will be okay. It's not a big deal. You don't have windstorms to deal with. You don't have blizzards to deal with. All right, people aren't going to get hurt. You don't have solar flares, normal things that, you know, people get irradiated. The only thing that's going to hurt people is a mine or a meteor strike. All right, a meteor strike is going to kill them pretty dead. So right now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this connection out of play. All right, and actually we're going to take this out of play because I don't want stuff getting goofed around too much. I want this to be the focus. All right, let's check our thing here. We're full up. All right, so we're running good. We're running full on 37,500 watts of power stored up. And then what we're going to do as soon as we get the new factory built here, okay, we'll probably move the landing pad elsewhere. We may convert this into a small or another one of these and do oh no, actually we're gonna put another airlock here and we'll put mines here, another mine here. Okay, we're gonna increase our mining capacity flowing straight into here. Eventually we will build a second processing plant, and that will tie into another biodome, which will be heavier towards starch production. So that'll feed it. Then that way the mines feed the ore processing here, and then the biodome will feed, you know, processing over there. Oh, you know what the issue is? We haven't kicked it in the ass and started moving things. Now, I'm going to look at taking out some food production. Ooh, that was close. I'm not going to take out starchy food. I think I'm going to take out the second onion pad. Actually, I'm going to take out the second wheat pad too. We got 5 starchy plants here. We're running bioplastic, so we're okay. And notice we've only got 1 meat creator right now, which that stuff's not moving. So honestly, we're going to shut that down because all we're doing is creating more crap that we don't need. Now, to get rid of some of this stuff, a smart move might be to build a bar, because then that'll start moving. And notice that little piece over here is gone. I sent in a bug report, and when I did, I also requested that they make a QOL, quality of life improvement, which is where we sit right now. Notice the orientation of the solar panels. Notice now it's sun's coming up, and they're rotating around to face the sun. Well, you're flying in deep space. You know which direction the star is at what time of day. Therefore, make the solar panels face that direction from the get-go. So at the end of the day, they turn that direction. Then you lose no time. Okay? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I'd like to think it makes sense. So it's just a quality of life improvement. That's what I want to see them do. I mean, honestly, if they do a newer version of this game, I think we should have like vehicles and be able to tunnel into these mountains and build domes inside them that are impervious to meteor strikes. I mean, maybe you could have a planet that's got some, I don't know, geological activity, and possibly have, you know, an earthquake that could collapse a dome or damage a dome or something. That would be interesting. All right, so now we're cranking out some stuffs. We got lots of ore. We got bioplastic on the rise. Landing pads up. All right, now. Let's set that there. Holy shnikey, that was close. Yeah, we're going to be looking at a command center here before too long. We need 2 more metal here. ore is moving in, and now we've got. Plus, we want to get a bot shop up and going. This could. I think the bot shop's going to wind up here. It could. Actually, we could change it out once we make a connection over here. Take out this airlock and put the bot shop right here. Because then parts from here and here will go into the bot shop, and then all your ore processes in here. The landing pad goes over here, ish, somewhere else. We got ways to grow this way. We got ways to grow that way. We got a little narrower corridor to go, but we got an opening here. Hello, cruise ship, hooray. What do we got? 3 engineers. Well, I think we're selling engineers. Okay. Good show. So we will shift the focus back to workers. All right, very good. So now we got storage. Now notice everybody's bringing. They're like, okay, good. Get all this crap out of our space. Oh, damn it. Our carrier bot just croaked. That sucks. All right, well, we'll use his body to set that up. And what we're going to do actually here is just shut this back down for a minute, because we just really want some more engineers. Some workers would be good. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep it up. Get some workers. Day is over. We are burning power. You've got to actively manage, if you missed the first episode, you've got to actively manage your power collection, okay? And so, well, we've run out of medical supplies. Well, that sucks. Oh, you know what? All right, I got an app for that. Let's get another medicinal plant going. Factory, boom. There we go, comes crew. And it looks like we got 2, well, we got 1 biologist and 1 worker. All right, cool. Hello? Okay, good. Now, as soon as that ship takes off, we're going to go ahead and shut that down. To save the power, because if you notice when it's on, it uses 5, which is not a big deal, and you see the lights flash, and that's the telltale that there's a ship coming. The big one uses 10, so you really, again, you got to manage your power. We're out of medical supplies, acknowledged. We're working the problem. And this is why we want to get bots going, so we can keep workers out of the mines because they get hurt, and then it becomes a tax on our medical supplies. But our medics do need something to do. So, and then eventually we will have to deal with visitors who may be hostile. Something I'm kind of liking the idea of here. So now we got 30 people. Oh, hey, look, we've got beds for 15. Oh, funny how that worked. So we've got an exact 50% bed set up. All right, good. The game just auto-saved. I'm just going to go ahead and click save. All right, we need 2 more bioplastic. And, well, we just need workers to run the machines. All right, so, well, you know what? I guess we kind of need more workers. How many workers do we have in sickbay? I see 1. I don't see any others indicating is hurt at the moment, but somebody could be wandering around hurt. And it's night. You know what? We've got, you guys go work over here. Go work the machines for a minute, please. We need extra work. Oh, shite! Ooh, that was close. Space turd, strike. But the nice part about this, see, you don't have this initially. Initially, you just have that 1 connection. Eventually, if you can get the base built out kind of like this, which looks super cool, you know, whatever, is you have redundant connections. So you know they're not going to die from oxygen, you know, deprivation. So, all right, so that's up, or coming up. Let's go ahead. It's not daylight yet. Our key is to keep this up. And you want that landing pad in early on in the game because you will have an excellent rating, which means people want to come to the colony. Okay. While you have the chance, get another biologist or two, get 2 more workers, get another engineer. Okay. Get who you can get as quickly as you can get them. All right. That's critical. Now, this gun is complete. Put that. We're going to let that finish out. All right, get out of that space, dummy. Move. Now over here, do spare parts. That. I want to be able to see them making guns, because guns are cool. And we're going to keep working the semiconductor side of things. So I'm going to let him finish that one up. All right, very good. Now we got our true factory set up. You know what? That's 43%. Screw it. Out of here. All right, now they'll take that stuff and move all that over here too. And we're going to put this on high priority. Get all that stuff moved out. Then we're going to shut this down. And we're going to build an additional airlock here. Yeah, go grab that stuff. You can do it. Go ahead. Won't hurt. Guys, don't stand there and look at it. Go pick it up. Jerk-offs. What we may well do is do a secondary airlock here. Well, we'll do an airlock probably this way to help just make it easier to service over here. All right, there we go. All right, good show. Question is, can I squeeze a mine in here now? I don't think I can. I can right here, I think. Nah, it looks stupid. Hang on, this ain't working right. Disregard. Shoot, I just lost them. Well, I lost 1 metal. All right. We'll fix it here. We're a little closer to the rock face than I initially thought. Oh, you know what? So we may just need to go at this angle. Maybe like this. Actually, no. What would probably work best is if we did this and then tried to squishy. 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 The question is now, is that going to be too much in... Nope. Hang on. All right, we're going to do another squishy. See if we can squishy over here. Yeah, there we go. Squishy. All right, that's going to be the one we use to support. Now, it's daytime. Let's get a flight in here, and let's get some frickin' workers. Yeah. Come on, give me a flight in here before daytime runs out. Well, you got metal over here, guys. See, if I deleted that, then... Alright, we're running one of the machines here. We'll get metal here in a second. Coming up, one of the things we want to make sure we do, we're in excellent shape, which is great. I can't believe I managed it to the point where we're in excellent shape this deep in. I think we're going to get 3 workers, maybe 2 and 1. There's 2. 2's good. Alright, excellent. So... You know, we typically talk about this where we want workers to be, it's either workers or biologists. As the size of the colony changes, you want to rebalance this, okay? But you want your biologists to be about 33% of your crew. The case here, though, is we're growing more food than we need, all right? And we're trying to kind of consume this down a little bit. We'll be able to catch this up easily enough, but we can't trade that food away. So we want to there's a lot of micromanagement going on with this scenario. So what we're going to do here, I think this will work. I'm hoping this will. Crap, we got a guy hurt. Airlock is low on oxygen. Yeah, okay. All right. There's a couple things I need to do here. Any chance we can connect these two? Let's get rid of this. Any chance I can connect these two? No. So let's then go ahead and just reposition the landing pad here. Actually, what? Why do that? Let's do this a little smarter. Since we're not going to be bringing in visitor ships, we really don't need more than a single landing pad. All right, so I want to establish this. We are going to need security though. So we're going to put this out this way because this is kind of a narrow alleyway out here. We'll extend this way the hell out here, which will give us options off of that. And then what we're going to do is put an O2 generator out here. All right, and then off of that O2 generator, we will build airlock, which will help service this, and then we'll put in our new starport over, or our landing pad over here. Okay, so that's how we're going to make that work, I think. And the reason I did that is because I'm still not convinced this is going to be the correct orientation for this airlock. This may be a better one, like this. And the issue being, I want to put in the bot shop right here. And I want to do I mean, we don't have to do a full-size one. It just would look, I don't know. I'd rather do a full-size one. All right. Let's get that built up. Plus, this airlock over here will help facilitate construction out this way as stuff starts pouring in here, which will be good. And I think we're going to look at a big biodome here. We'll be able to build a cabin off of it. I want to be able to build a sick bay off of here, off of command. Hello? All right, we're starting to burn a little more power now, which is okay. That's going to happen. That's expected. This is our reserves. Now we're below half at going into the end of the day. So what we want to do is add a little bit more generation. And in doing that, I mean, we could go for the gusto and go for a big one. But I think for now, a small one is going to be... I want to put it somewhere where I delete it and then have to dink around with it. So like here's a good place for it. That's going to be a good addition to... This has almost got the materials it needs to go, but we're going to raise the priority on... shoot, we're getting guys hurt in the mines because we've got a lot of guys working in the mines. So, oh, this is part of the issue here. I'm going to let this guy finish this run, and then we're going to shut this down. The two guys will get in there. And oh, of course one comes out hurt. Naturally. Why would I expect less? And now we're going to be out of medical supplies for a minute. Okay, shut down. All right. So now let's see. See, that'll go there, but again, my concern is putting... And we may have to rearrange these mines a little bit, which we could do. But now we've got this set up, we can actually kind of do this, which now will allow us to delete this because that's our one connection to the base right now. Once we get over on this side, we can do something like that, and we'll have a redundant connection. Conniption. Oh, you know what? Our issue is not... Okay, So note what just happened. We're full up on power, which means this is not the issue. The issue is we need more power storage, and then we need more. Then we'll need more power generation. All right, so we're going to go for storage first. We're going to do an additional water extractor just to keep ahead of the curve on that, and then we'll get over there. And we'll go ahead and focus on getting that, because we're filling up our containers, and then there's a period of time left over before dark where we're not. Now that will balance out as more facilities come online, but we could always power stuff down too. And we powered the mine down, so mine uses 4.5. So we took a little bit of that out of play. All right, food now is starting to catch up, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and build an additional meal maker, I think. Let's see what we got in here. Potatoes, rice, peas, salad. All right. So the chicken, if you get chicken and wheat, you'll get burgers. All salads there. Salads there. Salads here. Basic, and then there's some chicken. Okay. So what we need to do, I think, is build a, and I know we took one out earlier. Nope, not that. We're going to put a wheat pad in. There. Now we got an additional biologist to help with that as well. Where are our medics? Shit. Where are the targets? Where are our medics? All right, let's get this built. Because our medic, now I think we need more medics. We got 3 hurt people and no medical stuff. Yeah, so we got to start cranking out some bioplastic here. We've got medicinal plants, but we do not have... Okay. We're going to shut this down for now. All right, we got our additional power collector up. That's good. And I think before it becomes a problem, now this is going to create another problem. And this is our solution. Water extractor. Because O2 generators use water. And in daylight, now we're pushing, if we add another biodome, then we're going to be pushing our water extraction ability. So, all right. Oh, Jesus, we got another hurt dude. Oh my gosh. All right, come on in here, guys. Hang on. Let's slow this down for a second here. All right, now actually let's speed this up. Go pick this stuff up. We still have a deal over here. We're okay. Because I want to build the bot shop. And I think we're going to be able to put it right here. I think, but we may have to go with a small one. See, that fits. We need this picked up. Okay, somebody's coming to pick it up. Good. Now we can slow it down. Okay. Okay, there's a bot shop. Okay, that's big. What if we do small? Can we get a connection? We cannot get a connection off the O2 generator, and that's fine. We'll live. I don't think we need the big bot shop. So we'll go with the small one, and that will allow us to put our airlocks back into place. So this is going to detract from our cool factor, but life goes on. key here is to get bots up and running. And then this should squishy right there, like that. All right, we got another airlock coming online, which is good. And see, with the 3 available power solar panels, this is now up to 2/3 capacity. So that's a good sign for us. And then this is about to get built. This guy's heading that direction. All right, so now we are in a better position than we were, except for the medic situation. We got to get the landing pad up now. We're going to take this down, get the landing pad. Actually, no, we need, shoot, we need this up. We got 1, 2, 3 people hurt. 4. And 1 medic is working on, oh, crap. Luckily it's night. Okay, well, there's 1. All right, so there's 1 going to be going back to work. So that's good. All right, so we got to get the medics back to work. The other thing we can do is put another bio bed in here and at least get them out of the, you know, so they're not standing around belly aching. There's 3 of them. 4 hurt people. That's like 1/3 of our worker workforce. Sucks. Okay, this is almost ready to go, which is good. Yeah, see, we had 10,000 power in reserve at the end of the night, so that's good. And the nice part is we know we're not going to have a dust storm to foul that up on us, so that's good. Hey, this is good. All right, cool. Robotics has been built. We have, we'll put that in, and we'll put this in. Get these built, and we're going to make this a high priority. And we're actually going to put a second bot maker in play. All right, we don't have any bots, but we went ahead and just wasted stuff on that one. Go figure. We need driller bots, and quick. Because our workers are dropping like flies. All right, infrastructure-wise, this is now almost full. We're okay on solar panels for now, until we bring like the landing pad online, or this. This is going to chew up a little bit more power, and then we'll look at bringing another solar panel in. For giggles, we'll go ahead and put in another bed. But again, there's no medics working. Of course, there's no reason to work if you don't have bioplastic. Well, we're down 3 workers or 4 workers. Here comes another one who just got hurt. Jesus Christ. We have 5 hurt workers. Almost half of our workforce is hurt. Guys, y'all need to go get the hell out of the mine. Just go work on the machines. Make stuff, okay? I mean, these are full. They need to be run. All right, now this guy, we're a driller bot for him. And this is going to suck, but we need the bioplastic for a minute. So we'll get that moving. We got a couple of guns. That's good. You know what? We need driller bots at the moment. So let's take that out of play. Okay. So now hopefully that shiz will get taken in. Well, nope. It might get taken out here to build the landing pad. All right. See, we're showing good status. That's kind of tricky because, yeah, we're kind of banged up at the moment. I may be able to squeeze in. Hey, looky there. We can squeeze that in. capacity there. All right, where are our engineers? What are they doing? We know they're not hurt. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we got 6 hurt people. All right, landing pad's been built. All right, landing pad's up. All right. And we've burned through our supply. Oh, cruise ship. What do we get? 2 workers. Swell. Because I don't need them at the moment, but okay. I need medics and engineers. Go ahead and put in for biologists as well. If we get good, we'll get us 2 people. All right, now we got medics working. Now they gotta take a lunch break. All right, good. We are just under assault here. All right, so what we can do, and we're gonna need additional engineers for this. We're gonna put an armory in here. Which that's going to eat some resources that we could use otherwise. And this sucks. We need 1 more metal here too. We got 7 hurt workers, maybe 8 now. All right, there's another medic and an engineer. That will help. All right, let's shut. Shut this back down. We want to manage our food supply. Okay, power storage is becoming an issue. Okay. All right, now that's up. We'll get this up. We need to get this up. This is just killing me. Because these guys won't do squat while they're hurt. Wow, this is using a ton of power. Okay, cool. That makes life easier here. So that's good. So that's a quality of life improvement for our people. Because then they'll just go in and out this way. And the turn time will be much quicker to get ore into the machines to process. We're out of spare parts because, again, we can't process metal when we got everybody hurt. Oh my God, 93%. Someone finish that, please. Thank you. We're at 36 people. We got beds for 30. We'll put another bed in here. We're still in a good state. Now we're getting into an issue. Now we need food. There we go. Get the maters going. Some more onions going, and we may switch. Oh, we still got 1 pad available, so we're gonna. Fire this back up. We're eating through power pretty quickly here. Nothing's going on in the bot shop, so we're going to shut it down. We may bleed out of power here before dawn. Yep, we're done. F off. So stupid. All right. Hey, all right, hold on. Hold it. All right. Dabiso? Rapesh? Dabiso? Dabicio? Am I saying that right? Dabicio Rapesh? I don't know if the R is silent, the P is silent, or just Rapesh. Sorry, I really try to get people's names right, and I'm pretty good. I play pool with a bunch of foreigners, particularly Indians. And when you've got people named Sukha Gopal and Pogdak Gopali and Shristana that you play pool with, you gotta learn how to pronounce these names. So, my apologies if I wasn't saying that right. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. All right. Yeah, we need this up, and we need 4 more metal here. We do have spare parts. We're going to use that machine. That'll give us another metal. We could break down one of these to get us more metal. We need bots. It's the problem. And with so many people, oh, we're down to only 2 people hurt. All right, we're back in business. All right, we need 2 more metal. Oh, this is not good. This is not looking good at all. All right, and then we need 1 more metal. All right, this got full, and that didn't. So we're gonna have to look at shutting this down, and we got a hurt guy again, a hurt citizen, a hurt person. Oh, we got 3, 4. We got a bunch of people. All right, solar panels up. Good. The problem is the connection's not up. The next metal will go to that connection, and it looks like it'll probably come out here. So we'll get that. Wait, the connection's been built. That's it. All right, good. All we got to do is make it to dawn now. Okay, so just got to make it to dawn. We're good to go. So here's what we're going to do. Power this down. Power this down. Power this down. Yeah, I know, we're out of medical supplies. Yippee-ki-yay. All right, so now we're down. We've just saved quite a bit of power in shutting those things down. We could shut down this airlock as well. We don't need it at the moment. So now we kind of have just essential facilities open. And we do have a bunch of starch. Food's holding steady. We have 1 more pad spot available, which is good. All right, now we got some metal. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're in good shape now. Yeah, we're low, but we're almost through the night, and then we're good to go because this is going to crank everything up. That being the case, then the next step is probably going to be to build 1 more power collector, because we need to. Now we're going to be generating 320, and we do 1 more, we'll be generating 400. See, these are going to fill up pretty quick. And that's a good thing. We're out of medical supplies. Imagine that. I could go play in a pool tournament tonight, but I'm just not feeling bajiggity. And actually kind of enjoying this base thing. Although, we're going to do about another 15 minutes for this episode. I kind of want to try to keep these down to about an hour, and I apologize they go long. I want to keep viewers' attention, and you guys have seen all this stuff before. So there's nothing really earth-shattering here. Oops. All right, so now, we do have... oh, you know what we don't have? We're going to turn that up. We're going to look at a large med bay. Oh, right there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we can build that med bay here. What we need is a telescope now. What I want to do is build an additional power collector. And then we need a telescope. And food is an issue. Crap. We have meals. We are running short on food, so we're going to put in a lettuce plant, and we have tons of starch. So as soon as no, that one's not as far along. I want the wheat. It's the potato pad I think I want to take out. Yeah, I can take out one of the potato pads. And we'll replace it with like another onion pad. That's additional food. It's more efficient. Yeah, see, we just got the power storage is low notification there just before dawn. So we're in better shape than we were. Well, with the crew size we have, and the issue here is we have 2 medicinal plants. If we can start getting the numbers... Oh, we got driller bots coming in. Oh, right, I think we got 2 of them going. Hey, that's awesome. That just... Yeah! That helps a lot. All right. Now we're seeing a lot of bodies moving. We got an additional power collector, and it's picking up quite a bit of power. So I think we're good right now on our power generation. We want to stay ahead of the curve. We'll look at building another solar panel to go to 400 kilowatts per day. And oh shit. Oh man. Oh, we just took a hit, and that's killed a couple of our workers. Luckily, we had an abundance of workers, although they were hurt. All right, that's a couple less mouths to feed. Wait a minute. 9, 8. We may have lost an... No? Oh, Jesus. Well, that just wiped out some of our power storage. We still got 3 full and 1 mostly full containers. Of course, the game's going to try to find a way to screw us at this point. Now, so... what we're going to look to do is put a new bio bay, a sick bay here. And that is so that, let's get the food moved out of there. We're going to shut down sick bay over here. We're going to put it over here. And we're going to have the telescope up first, and it's just got to get 1 more metal and then be built. excuse me. Oh, this is shut down. I forgot about that. Oops. So we're going to burn through more power now. We're hanging in there, though. Hanging in there. All right, here's the new sick bay. Excellent. We don't need all those beds. All that stuff over the other side. All right. All right, haul that stuff over there, guys. We'll get us a couple more driller bots going, and then we're going to open up the other mine. So metal is the issue. We're going to let the driller bots do the heavy work right now. And someone's heading out there to fix that. Okay, good. Then we're going to try to get a couple of carrier bots and constructor bots going. Telescope is up. Now, we have a telescope. Gives us plenty of room that way, which is the key, because, I mean, we know we're going to be able to go that direction. All right, very good. I want some defenses going here. The other thing we can do now is we can turn on the landing pad. We need 40, 30, 30. We should be able to get 3 crew in. And then we're going to start building, start bringing in guards. Because God forbid this should happen. Okay, what do we got there? 2 biologists and 1 worker. Okay, I want to start getting some guards in here so we can get those guns in the hands of trained people. All right. Did we get more bots? We got 2. I thought we had semiconductors rolling, but no, we're using metal everywhere. All right, we got medical supplies starting to roll in. Oh, we can decommission this. Cool. Which isn't convenient that the lab's over here, the sick bay's over here, but, you know, whatever. Crew. All right, there's 2 guards and an engineer. Excellent. Oh, shit. I don't have this powered up or this powered up. That was dumb. Okay. So now we got 2 guards. They'll both be armed. I just as soon have 4. I just as soon have 10. Now we got more bot production going on. This is good. We need more engineers. So yeah, that's why our engineer numbers are up. Food's coming up, but there's a hanging but here. And that is we need All right, there's an engineer and 2 more guards. Okay, now that gives us 4 guards. We're going to hold up our inflow of people for now. Okay. So we got extra engineers. We got extra everything now. Okay. To work the processes we need. And once we get a 3rd driller bot, which should be coming here pretty soon, I think we're going to open up the 2nd mine. Actually, we've got tons of medical supplies. Power this sucker up. Let's go. Let's cut the BS and get done. And this will get us rocking and rolling. We're going to need more sleeping facilities because we've got what? There's 12, 7, it's 19. About half the crew can sleep at once, which is good. The key is going to be feeding the crew, and that will come up next as we will put us a bad over here, a big ass dome. I think is what we can put right in this space here. All right, got the pathways pretty straight. That's good. We could use, well, they're using the one over here, and of course our airlocks are at the far ends of the base out of the way. It'd been better if I built this one here, but oh well. I think with that amount of space, I can put a cabin. Well, I can put a cabin over here, but that puts it a little bit far from the O2 generator. So I'm not bajiggity with that idea. Could have put a cabin here. Could put a cabin here, but that puts them in a compromised position as far as safety. Again, defense in depth. If your threat comes in from here, you have this much time to figure out they're a threat, and then your armed guys should be between them and everyone else. The only people going out this way at that point should be engineers or engineer bots who are going to fix solar panels. All right, we got three bots going. We're going to change this over to a carrier. Actually, we're going to change to an engineer bot. And these guys have to start making more guns because 2 of the 4 are armed. We need everyone armed to the teeth. I tell you, one like Bobby Draper on the Expanse. Another thing we could do is go ahead and just throw another Vitrameat machine in here. This one's kind of, yeah, we'll switch it to Piggy. Piggy. Yeah, a couple guys hurt. We have medical supplies. That's good. I think we're going to be okay on water. We're okay for now on power, but we're going to have to start cranking up the power generation. So another aspect we need here is another one of these. And we could put in another one of these. In fact, we could put in 2 of these. Now we get the workers out of the mines, get the robots in their place, although they're getting their ass kicked again. These guys, we need to have a little OSHA brief here. I'll make that connection there too. Is what we can do there now. This will work out. Got that. We can do this right here. Then we're going to cut this off, and we're going to put a cabin over here. Because then the engineers will have a place to sleep. Food's still a bit dicey, but we're making it, and we're increasing our metal production, and that's going to get that caught up. There's that connection made, which means we could take this out of commission. Yeah, that'll get this airlock up. So 2 metal will go to it. And yeah. Then we should be able to build a cabin here. Hopefully full size. Be close. We may shift some of this further away because we got to make a connection there. We ran out of spares because we're not producing metal fast enough. We've got a lot of demand. Okay, the connection's been made. Good. All right, so now we've got that redundancy. So as soon as this gets moved, we'll see if we can squeeze a cabin in here. I think we should be able to. It's going to be close. There we go. Yeah! All right. Oh, man, can I put it... I hate getting rid of that big tank. All right, we're going to keep that on low priority. I just like having all the accoutrements off the, edges of the various domes. Right now, this is looking to be our reserve. Our power reserve is this one here. And we have created a ring, so if we lose a connection, we can still flow power in the other direction. So if we create a sonnet ring. All right, this is not going to get touched. It's going to get almost touched, which is a little too close for comfort. We have just a crap ton of ore, and it's got to get processed. So, but for now, what we need is to get internals like spare parts and semiconductors and weapons. That will fix our housing. That'll give us 14 individual beds plus, oh, this is up. We don't need it at the moment, so we're going to shut it down. Because it uses 4, and then I think it'll use, then it'll start using water as we add pads. Like a tomato or lettuce pad or a rice pad or a pea pad uses more water than the medium stuff, which is potatoes, wheat, onions, and radishes. And then they use more water than the slow stuff, which is your mushrooms and your maize. I don't even do maize. That's just, to me, kind of seems pointless. I mean, I guess if you had like a dedicated dome, you could do like 3 or 4 maize pads, and that would give you just some starch and some food production over time. That's the arms workshop. Yeah, so the issue now is we need metal. We really need to get our defenses up. And I can get a few more colonists in here because I really wanted to push for 50 people. We haven't pushed for 50 people. That's going to start dinking with our food situation. Oh, look. We could build a big canteen over here. Crew. All right, there's 2 more guards. All right, that's a half dozen guards, which is sufficient for now. I want engineers. All right, we're producing 400. Oh, yes, we're up to 400 now. We got 580. 80 kilowatts. Okay, there we go. All right. Spare parts are coming up. We're getting some semiconductors now. Metal's starting to produce. Yep, now we're starting to cook a little bit. All right, what is that? That's a worker. Okay, good. Cool. All right, somebody was working. Oh, okay. I mistakenly thought someone was working on bots when they're actually working on semiconductors. Now someone's working on a gun, which is good. Guns are good. All right, our anti-meteor laser is up. That's excellent. That's helpful. So I'm happy to see that. We will put this here. We may do our starch production here. All right, there is 2 more engineers and a worker. Sweet. And that gets us to 49. That's close enough to 50 for now. Cool. All right, so what's our crew complement look like? We got a half dozen guards. We got 15 workers, 11 biologists, 12 engineers. We're gonna need to bring in more biologists here pretty soon. And 5 medics. So we'll shift this over here, increase, because we are going to need shoot. That's going to create a bit of an issue. And since we have it, let's do this. And what did we just get? We get a biologist. That's what I expected. We got another biologist. All right, we're at 52 people. Cool. That was the target. And I'm a little concerned with power again, which is always an ongoing concern. I can't cut through here, which sucks. Now, with this being a dead end here, we can put a, it'd be better to put a solar panel there, but I can kind of put this a little bit out of the way, kind of, sort of. Oh, and we do have room for another cabin over here. We had room for a cabin over here. I screwed that up. Oh wait, no. Hold on. I can do this. I can do this. I could do this if I didn't have this stuff in the way. Crap. So we may make an adjustment here and shift this over this way, or just put this here. Then we can put a cabin off either side of it. That space goes to waste. I don't want to go to waste. Come on, give me squishy. Squish it in there. Squish, 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 squishy. A little bit of squishy. Damn it, I'll have to play around with it. All right, now food is going to become an issue, so we're going to power this up, increase that, and do our first setup like that. And then what we may do is shift the vegetable over here and the starchier plants over here. All right, they'll get that built right away. We got tons of ore coming in, which means we can shut a mine down for a bit. That'll save us some power and save us injuries and dedicate more people to working over here. And what we can do also is split up. I mean, we could just go with a small production facility here instead of the big one. I mean, a big one's cool, but a small one uses less power, and then we can put in more of the starchy machines on this side and have like 4, starch makers or bioplastic machines over here. I like that idea, but I like keeping my options open. How much power does this thing use? Of course, it's got all these machines going, so it's using quite a bit. I was going to say, someone please stay on the console to fire the laser. Please. Thank you. Eventually, we're going to build another command center, and it'll be probably more out this direction or even over here. Oh, shite. Yeah, let's just take the laser out. That's very expand. Yeah, let's take your defenses out. Small command center could squish in there. But then we wouldn't have room to do anything over here. You know what? That's going to work out better, I think. Oh, what if we did a small command center here and then we could do a cabin? Let's slow this down for a second, because I got to do another production facility over here somewhere. It could just be here as the pass-through. And then an O2 generator and more cabins off of it or whatever. We still need a workout facility. We need a workout facility. That's what we need in this area. Let's go big. Go big or go home, right? Oh, you know what though? That's kind of a... Not thrilled with that position for that. This is... A second command center would be better. And we'll move the telescope operators into this space. And then maybe put the dome, because this would put it centrally located right here. Use it as the pass-through into this next valley. I think I like that idea. Yeah, I think I like that. But hey, guys, we've kind of ran longer than I planned to, so forgive me for that. Hope you enjoyed the show, though. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please give us a like, share with your friends, let them know about the channel, let them know about Planetbase, now available from Madruga Works on Steam. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn that bell icon on, ring-a-ding-a-ding, so you know when we go live or upload another video. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to eat some cold pizza and fire this back up again because I'm really enjoying this base. And yeah, it's I think it'll be fun. So appreciate everyone being here and hope you enjoyed it. And hope you have a great day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are on planet Earth or beyond. Let's do this. Let's hit save. That's good. I'm A-Train. It's over. And I'm out.